Helen Yee here at RVCA, being joined by the former UFC middleweight champion, Mr. Luke Rockhold. Now, we just had a nice little barbecue outside, and now we're in here. And all your fans, they miss seeing you in the octagon. When can they expect your return?
That's a great question. I've been working hard, doing everything on my side I can do, and I'm just waiting for a contract to be presented. You know, that's something that gets me excited. Something that's like, you know, it's like I've waited this long. I've done this much in the sport. I'm not coming back just to come back. I'm coming back to get myself excited. I want to get the fans excited, and I want to make a run. I know I can. When I'm healthy, I'm focused, I'm present. I just don't see many people that can compete with me.
Well, ideally for you, in a perfect world, which fighter would get you excited in that middleweight division?
I mean, there's a lot of guys, you know, but none of them want to sign the contract. Everyone wants to run around. So I don't know. I mean, there's guys that make sense. It's like Uriah Hall was an option. He didn't want that. Kevin Holland was an option. Doesn't seem like that was an option. I know Till was thrown around. I think people jumped on that one. I'm not opposed to anyone. Costa, anybody. You know, in that range, you know, of I mean, the Italian kid jumped, you know, beat Kevin Holland and he got a title fight. I just don't understand that. You beat a guy coming off a loss. It's you know, a lot of these guys need to be proven, need to be tested. And I'm pretty sure I came off a world title fight. You know, I've been inactive, but that's not to, you know, I needed the time off, but there was also injuries and everything I had to, you know, assess and had to take care of. So it's not exactly my choice, but the time off has suited me well. I've healed all my issues, and I'm ready to go. I just need a fight, right? An opponent, and then a contract.
Yeah. Well, when you mentioned Kevin Holland, I actually spoke to him the other day, and he felt like, and these are his words, that his name wasn't big enough for you. Are you willing to kind of wait out to see how these upcoming fights play out?
I want someone that, you know, that excites me to fight, someone that's fun, that's interesting, you can go back and forth with, and the fans get excited about. You know, he's a character. I appreciate his character. I think it'd be fun stylistically. Yeah, Uriah Hall beat Chris Weidman, beat Anderson Silva. I mean, there's a lot of like interesting avenues there. The Italian kid sounds fun. I mean, everybody sounds fun. Costa's like a duck, you know. He can walk, he can swim a little bit, he can fly a little bit, but he can't do anything great, you know. So I don't know. I mean, but he's a big, you know. I like all these guys. I want to fight. I want to fight that you guys get excited about, that I get excited about, you know. I want to get myself in the gym, get me going.
Yeah, absolutely. But Paulo Costa, he just got booked with Jared Cannonier. Are you willing to kind of just wait and see how that fight plays out, or even Darren Till versus Derek Brunson?
Yeah. No, Till excites me a lot. Brunson's a teammate of mine over in Florida, so we're not going to do that one. Yeah. Everybody else is free game, you know, and that top 10, that's exciting. So yeah. I'm here, I'm working, I'm coming, and these guys, you know, they're sitting there trying to protect, trying to say I'm unranked, trying to see what they want to do. But guess what? You know, my last fight was against Yoel Romero. He missed weight. It was a world title fight. You know, I was at 85, and then I'm fighting the prospective number 1 contender, who is the champion right now at light heavyweight. So, you know, my record, my status speaks for itself, and these kids haven't really done anything, and they have no room to talk and run. They need to step up, and they need to earn their name in the game.
Well, is it safe to say that for the remainder of your career, it will be at 185?
Right now, it's where I feel good. You know, I'm walking around at 205, maybe give or take, and this is me. This is where I'm comfortable. This is where I'm fluid, and I can relax, and I can put together my fight how I want to fight. You know, getting at light heavyweight, I have to lift too much weights. It's not my style. You know, I'm more of a flow fighter and feel rather than forcing the issue, and I don't carry weight like that, like those guys.
Well, speaking of the championship fight, UFC 263, the rematch between Israel and Marvin Vettori, who do you think takes that?
I think, I mean, it's hard to go against Israel in this fight. I think he's got better takedown defense than a lot of the guys that Marvin goes up against. Honestly, I didn't even see the Kevin Holland fight, but I heard he was getting pieced up on the feet, and He had to get his takedowns, and I heard it wasn't that exciting. So with that being said, I mean, maybe he pulls off a very boring win, but I'd see Israel taking that.
And speaking of big fights, Jon Jones, someone that you and I have discussed about before, he's trying to move up to heavyweight. I was curious to kind of get your thoughts on how you think he'll do in that division.
I think he'll do just fine. You know, I mean, it's not about how he will do in the division. It's how he will do against the guy, the man.
Francis
Ngannou. I mean, he'll beat everybody else in that division, I'd say. But against Francis, I mean, it's a big boy. I've slung with Francis, and it's not a comfortable position to be in. You know, slinging, especially with I've done it with 16 ounces. I haven't done it with 4 ounces. So Jon has the tools. We'll see. They just need to pay him. I agree. I agree with Jon, and I agree with everybody else. Pay the man, and the guy's earned his spot as the GOAT in the sport. I mean, he's done everything. He's beaten everybody. He's got more title defenses, and been on the game for as long as they can. So,
well, in your opinion, how much do you think is fair to pay him?
Considering the UFC is the most popular sport in the world versus what these guys in boxing are fighting bums for, you know, 20 million plus. Yeah. I mean, it's like, where is that money going? Why is boxing able to pay so much with such little, you know, traction and audience? And then UFC is so that obviously they're absorbing a lot of the money of the UFC, and they're not paying the fighters what they deserve. I think Jon Jones deserves it. If anybody deserves it, Jon Jones deserves it. Pay the man, especially with a fight like that. That's a astronomical. I don't know what do you want to call it. It's a big fucking fight.
Oh yeah.
And pay the man. I think that everyone will get their money's worth, the UFC included.
And lastly, for all your fans who can't wait to watch your return, what would you like to let them know?
I'm coming. I'm trying. I'm doing my thing. I'll have a contract soon, or I'll be slipping in the back door and whooping some ass.